to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Huskers will kick it away first. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Complete to start this drive. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackle.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking deep down the right side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. They'll go to the ground. Run gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
Guided out of bounds, they'll mark him down at the 14.
You know, as a quarterback, when you make good decisions like that, your coordinator and play caller are going to keep dialing up these RPO-type plays, right? Nobody open. You're not forcing the football into traffic. You're not freaking out and throwing it away or running out of bounds. Just go get what you can get. It's a positive play for the offense.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Man, I've been there before. It's the opening drive of the game. You're trying to scramble, make something happen, and you get absolutely lit up. Man, that cold tub, that can't come soon enough. Bad news, though, is you've got an entire game to play.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Duke.
And how about the wheels for the QB? You can tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. checks. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Makes the catch. Made a defender miss. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Going to swing it on second down. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy, that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Looking downfield on first down. On target.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Huskers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. From the gun, he leads it with the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. When you're called Corn Huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throw back to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Nelson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Bringing the heat. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Well, I know that one falls incomplete, but as the head coach, you've got to still love what you've seen from your quarterback early in this game. He's been accurate, in a great rhythm. To start the game 4 for 5, that's pretty good.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath.
Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Huskers.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds a man on the right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pumps it downfield. Finds his man. It's Jones.
It's hard to run a route or get lost near the sidelines and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I was starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football and making sure I was in bounds.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
The Blue Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. And off to Jones. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense trying to take it back.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. To throw, it's Raiola. Grabbed over the middle, it's Hunter. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. With the catch, it's Johnson. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Quarterback making adjustments. Trying to get the corner. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Cornhuskers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The give to the back. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
And the Huskers are moving quickly down the field. Looking to pass, it's Raiola. Snagged in the middle, it's Nelson. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on 1st down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Johnson. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the 1st down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Now on first down from the 40. Might be calling a hot route. The handoff to Johnson. Turning it on! They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Huskers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Looking for the end zone. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And here's the return. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Under fire. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Blue Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to go up top. Here's a hit. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's incomplete as he tried to nestle that ball in along the sideline.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Using his feet to buy time. Ample time in the pocket and lets it go to the left. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
The Blue Devils getting set on 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, better look out. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Caught near the sticks. It's Perry. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Like QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Motion from the back. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. There's a loose football in the bad pitch. And they lost the ball out of bounds, and it'll be a loss of yardage on that one.
Oof, that's one of those where you breathe really deep. It feels like the ball's in slow motion, just trickling out of bounds. Please get out of bounds. Offense catches a huge break. Now, you still got a chance to go put some points on the board.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's complete to the right. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. One more snap coming before halftime. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Unleashes to the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the 1st half. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this 2nd half started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The offense changing the play. To the air, it's Raiola. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete to the left. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the toss. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
They're going to ride this running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Raiola. Quickly out to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Gets the back moving. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Love the coverage on the back end. The defenders staying right by the receiver, the intended target. As a result, that ball's incomplete.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Making side adjustments here. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got a man, it's Johnson. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a fourth down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points, not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Looking to buy time. On the move to the right and looking for a big one.
You didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. But man, you're starting to get down the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Give to the running back. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires left. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
And the Blue Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience.
I think this defense moving forward has to be able to finish plays. On that second down, quarterback had nowhere to go with it. Defense had an opportunity to get to him, get him on the ground, setting up third and long, but because they couldn't do that and let him spring free, it's now third and manageable. This defense just making life hard on themselves right now because they're not finishing these plays.
Throwing right, just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Blue Devils will hustle to the line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
Pressure coming. Got out of trouble and throws. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Looking for the score. Got it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. On the move. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wideout. He might want another play. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Got his man on the right. Breaks into the open. Ripping through the defense. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Wants to go up top on first down. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So we open the final period with a third down play. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And the Huskers come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Using the quick game. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, he'll throw it. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Buys a little extra time. Rolling right and going deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Really nice execution by this offense. This is the time, right? Late in the football game, got to get a few first downs to preserve this lead, to get out of here with the W. They trust their quarterback. They protect him. They get the first down.
The Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he'll haul it and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes with the return. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Got it in the middle, it's Jones. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Taylor. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. And the Blue Devils are in the hurry-up.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Still in the pocket and fires over the middle. And it's caught inside the 15. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
And that is a big-time play for the offense. The defense knew coming into this game they had to keep this guy bottled up and keep him in the pocket. That didn't happen there. He was able to buy time, extend the play. Receivers are in scramble drill mode. He finds a guy, he's accurate, off schedule, and the defense now has to do a much better job.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Duke. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Solid run on the last play sets this offense up on first down. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. First and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Raiola. Throws to the tight end. That's caught. It's Nelson. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. This result going to open some eyes around the country. They've proven behind this passing game they probably need to be ranked a little bit higher right now in the top 10.
Yeah, and mission accomplished. This is how you do it. Big stage, everybody watching. You beat a team that's ranked higher than you in this fashion, throwing the football all over the yard, explosive offense. This will bode well for the rest of their season.
Well, they've answered some questions, too, because they've got talent throwing the ball. Everybody knew that, but could they get it done against a defense like this? Well, now you have their answer. Absolutely they can, and if they keep this up, they've got big aspirations the rest of the year.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now facing a 3rd and long. On the run, it's Parker. Picks up the 1st down. Racing down the left side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Husker!
And late in the game's offense offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Little. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And with that pass right there, dude, he goes over 350 on the day. Nice performance. This QB's been dialed in.
Here's the pressure. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Back to pass on second down. Fires to the tight end. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game. But the drive off to a good start. You get the first down. You get out of bounds. You work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. Guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week, too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his tight end. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Nestled just inside that right upright. This is now a 7-point game. They'll line up for the onside kick, just 1 second to play, and really their only hope is some type of penalty for an untimed down. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis.